Hi there and welcome to my video. Paula Reed, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator going by the name of Yellow Bear Stamping. Tonight I've got another technique. This will be the last one using the craft white ink. So let's switch down and get started. So I want to do I'm just going to put that there so it hopefully doesn't do as much glare. The Bokeh technique, which uses the white craft ink, a little finger dauber, and what I have done is out of just some window sheet that I had, cut some various sizes of, let's put it on the black and you might be able to see, circles. So what we're going to do is use our craft ink pad and with the dauber and apply the ink to this bit of so it started out as white cardstock, and I have just used a blending brush with various shades of blue that were actually already on the brush, so I didn't add any more ink. So it's amazing how much ink there is still on your brush. So I think it's probably got some Pool Party, maybe some Night of Navy, Azure Afternoon. There's just a mix. So just have a play with what you've got. Right, I'm just going to move my little bee out of the way. So this becomes your template, and you just ink up the dauber so that you've got ink on here, and then you just apply dauber to your cardstock, and so this is a photographic technique, but is very good for stamping as well. And then you just lift that up and see there's the white ink over the top. Okay, so then we're just going to I think I'll do my big ones first, and I'm just gonna get forgot to tie my hair up. I'm just gonna move my hair out of the way so that it doesn't become white, and then we just keep going over so this is another good way of using your craft white ink, and then just lift that up, and we'll do another one here. And so I just used some of these are retired circle punches that I've got, so you can just use whatever you have. You don't want them too big. There we go. So there's those ones, and we might do let's see, we'll do one up over here, and I'm going to do this one so that it goes off. So I thought I'll use my glass mat because it would be easier to clean up. you're just dabbing that on like that, and I'm just going to wet tissue so I don't get it. And then let's try some, we'll go back up onto this first one that we did, and then we'll just, oops, that could be a bit, maybe I should have. So then we'll go this way, and I'm going to overlap my circles a bit. So that's like that, and then we'll do another one down here. So it doesn't stay white, it kind of blends in. But yeah, I was amazed at how much ink was still in the blending brush when I started inking it. Oh, hi Kathy. We're doing the bokeh technique. But yeah, I did the background, and I just used the ink that was already on my blending brushes, and I didn't have to re-ink it. So I was, yeah, it was quite amazing as to how much ink there is still. So I'm just going to hold this one. And there, now that one hasn't, I might go back and do that one. Let's turn that around, and we'll, so you can do as many circles or as few as you want. And this one needs a, and you can do them so that they go off your page. Give a little bit of yeah, it doesn't always have to be on the page. And we might, oops, yeah. Hi Sylvia, just don't go putting your finger right in on the ink, and then try, careful where you put it. You can also, if you don't have window sheet, you could use cardstock. This is getting a little bit messy. We might just do one on its own. I think my ink is might be a bit juicy, but that's okay. So there we go, and let's give this one we'll give this one a friend. And there we go. And might do one more down here. So with the blending brush, when I did it, it was just very random, and start with one colour and then just use the brushes and just sort of going around and filling in so that oops, we've got a bit there, so that when it's not you know, just so that you don't get too patchy. Just sort of keep going over and over. And seeing that one, we just got a little bit of, there we go. Alrighty, so I'm just going to put this in my little bin. Now I keep this as a, I only use it on the white rather than, you could try and wash it out, but I just keep it in a bag on its own. So there, and I will just pop that out of the way. Now, I think that might be a little bit wet. Sometimes you want with the, I can't get it up, the white ink, you could use a heat tool and just dry it off. But I think that, you know, it won't take too long to dry. So what I have already done is, I don't do Valentine's because to me it's just a very commercial thing. But I did quite like this set, the Be My Valentine, which has been around for a couple of years. And it's got, with the body that you do there, the wings, and I like that you've got a couple of different ways to put the face on, so it gives you you know, a bit to play with. I have used it with other sentiments, but used the imagery, and you've got the flowers here, and then you've got the punch that goes with it. Now I saw somebody had done their bee where they had actually used the cardstock of either some form of yellow. I have gone here with Darling Duckling, and then just stamped the black on rather than using this image here with in the yellow and then stamping the black over the top. Previously I have done my wings on vellum, but we don't have any vellum at the moment, so I have used white cardstock and cut it out. So the wings, you use the big heart, and then for the antenna I just did it using the small heart. And then probably what I would do next time is actually sponge my white cardstock and then stamp the image of the outline of the wings or the antenna and then punch it. But I had stamped it, and then it was like, oh, I might put a bit of colour behind it. So I just used some temporary adhesive and stuck them down on my grid paper, and then used the blending brush again. No additional ink, and just did that. So I'm hoping that this is dry enough that I can, it does look still a little bit wet. I don't really want to put my finger on it to try it. I have on that bit there, but that's okay. So I think yeah, it does. That there looks just a little bit, so I probably should just do that with a heat, but I haven't got my heat tool out, so we won't worry. We'll just carefully improvise. That's why liquid glue is good, because you can do it without having to push down with the snail. Right, and I've gone with black background. So my white started out at 9.5 by 13.8, and then I've put it on a bit of black that is 10 by 14.3. Here we go, and then we'll pop that onto a white card base. And just lightens it. Here we go. Just carefully not putting my fingers. Right, now, so I have used the Stylish Shapes. I think they're just a great go-to die set. Now, okay, we're just going to stick them down. I was wondering whether I put it on dimensionals, but so you can see there's my little heart, and then the wings are and behind there. So yeah, I thought that was a great way. If you're going to be stamping directly, then that's fine, but if you want, like, because I've got the coloured background, I thought, okay, that'll do with that. I almost forgot. So I decided that I would put a black. I just felt that this was probably going to be a bit like just sort of floating there, not quite right. So what we're going to do is just put, I didn't want the full black, so I've cut the black as the same size as the white, and just going to put it so it's kind of coming up behind it, and then we put the adhesive on this one. That was a good save. Okay, and then we're going to put our bee here. So you still get to see the bokeh dots. You're not covering it up fully. And then I've just stamped happy birthday, and the die is, so the words are from the beautiful butterfly and the dies are from the delightful wishes. And I quite liked that the die has the little pointy bits at the end which kind of tie in with the bee's bottom. Right, and then we're just going to pop that down there. Now these are low profile sparkle dots that have darling ducklings, so I thought they would be good to go with this. And I'm going to go with the big ones, and we're seeing we've got a bit of a blotch up there. We'll pop one there, and we've got a bit of a blotch there. Now normally you do them in threes, but I'm thinking that I'm going to do 5 on here, so I think it's just going to do 1 there, and do 1 up there. So there we go. There's our really quick card using the Be My Valentine, but not as a Valentine card. Add another sentiment with it and you're good to go. So again, this is the bokeh technique where you colour your background first, and I just used my blending brushes with a variety of blues that were already on the brush. You don't have to add, you know, this was a good one to do, that it gives you that light all over cover. and then create yourself a template. Maybe, I mean, it's been a while since I've done this technique, but I think actually what I would do next time is cut them as individual pieces, so that I wasn't trying to keep it off. And then just with your dauber, these come in a pack of 5, I think it is. So I just have this one that it's always as my white. So, oh, Edith, no worries. Yep, I will be putting this recording up on YouTube straight after this. So I'm trying to get, because Facebook are only keeping videos for 30 days, I'm now trying to get them straight up onto YouTube so that we don't lose them, and you can keep doing these techniques if you want to find out some more. So please go over to my YouTube channel and subscribe. That would be really great. I think you have to get a certain number of subscribers before you can actually go live on YouTube. So I'm a bit late to the party on that. Yes, Kathy, I'd done that to using the yellow cardstock. It was so much easier, because sometimes I have found, I will admit, that sometimes it's a bit hard getting it lined up. Whereas if you just stamp it on the black, with the black ink onto your bit of yellow cardstock, you could use Daffodil Delight, whatever. This is Darling Duckling, so it's a little bit darker. And yeah, and then again, using for the antenna, use the small heart, and for the wings, they go and match them with the big one. Stampin' Up have got us QR codes now, so I'm going to start putting those up so you can scan this QR code and it will take you directly to my YouTube, my blog. When I get round to doing blogs, I've been very, very remiss on that. And then one last announcement, that with one of my team members, we are doing an event on the 18th of October. It's going to be out at the Howick Bowling Club. So this is for, we're going to do 5 different projects. We would love to have you join. If you would like to know more about that, send me a message either via Messenger, or pop a comment and say, please, some more info. But put that date in your calendars. So that's Saturday the 18th of October, and I will have some more details about that shortly. So it's for anybody that can get to Auckland, and love to have you join. So thanks for joining me tonight on the day that I have been a demonstrator for 14 years. I've just remembered that it's the 1st of September, and I have had a wonderful ride with Stampin' Up, and I'm still here and I'm not going anywhere. So thank you for joining my videos and commenting. It really inspires me, and I love it. So thank you, and have a good rest of your evening. Bye.